Hey, what's up guys? This is Mike Escamilla with Third Degree Fishing. I just wanted to make a video, a bio about me and the inspiration for this channel. It's not just going to be just a regular fishing channel, but more so of an inspiration to people that have been through traumatic events, emotional events, physical events that that need some kind of inspiration or some kind of motivation to keep them going. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself, the experience that I went through, the accident I went through, and a lot of the things that helped me get through that hard time, get through the dark days, and just to really talk about everything that I went through and stuff that's helped me get through it. So first of all, my name is Mike Escamilla. I live here in San Antonio, Texas. Been here just about my whole life. The accident I went through was a bonfire accident. It happened February 11th, 2018. Was here at home. Had a lot of close friends over for a bonfire. It's kind of like game night. We lit a fire outside, and towards the end of the night, it started to die down. I went to relight it with a gas tank. Well, the fumes from that gas tank went back into the tank, and it blew up. I was then lit on fire. It wasn't more than 45 seconds, maybe a minute, that I was on fire. The stop, drop, and roll effect doesn't really work when you got gasoline on you. I was then transported to BAMC here in San Antonio, where I spent about a couple weeks, almost in a medically induced coma, where I had two skin graft surgeries over my entire body. I was burned about 43%. Like I said, I spent 2 weeks in the ICU. I was then cleared. I was then cleared enough to go down to a step-down unit to be soon released back home to start a recovery process. Within about 2 or 3 days, I developed a pulmonary embolism in my lungs, and then which I also developed pneumonia, a few cases of pneumonia. So I then spent about 34 days back in ICU, getting a tracheotomy, um, and was really bedridden for just about almost 30 days straight. I was fighting pneumonia off and on, heavily medicated. I ended up really having to relearn how to live, relearn how to eat, relearn how to walk, relearn how to talk. There was a stint for about almost three weeks that I couldn't talk, and I couldn't use my hands either. So I had to write down what I was trying to say, um, which was really difficult. I don't know if you had a real bad strep throat and you can't talk for a few days, but imagine that for 3 weeks. And then on top of that, not being able to use your hands to write because your hands are too burned. Um, it wasn't a very pleasant experience. It wasn't something I wish to happen to anybody. But while being there, I met some really amazing people. And people included Megan Lamas, which I actually went to high school with. It's kind of crazy. She was my respiratory therapist. Well, one of them that really looked over me. Um, Kelly, I met Kelly. I met Mikey. A slew of other nurses and rehab specialists. Aaron, Joshua. They really took care of me. They really pushed me. I met an older lady named Sarah. Probably the nicest, sweetest lady I've ever met in my entire life. But she, she really pushed me to do things that I wasn't really ready for, but didn't believe in myself that I could do. Uh, but through her and through everyone else there, really, really pushed me to do more than I was comfortable doing. Um, After 52 days of being in the hospital, I was finally released home. And the fight had just begun, the battle had just begun to recovery. After being sent home, we were put on an everyday schedule to head to rehab back at BAMC. 5 days a week, 2 hours a day, for about 3 months straight. And then progressively, as became better at everyday life, we started to we started to reduce the days of going, but being more active here at home. Then I began surgeries. I began scar release surgeries on my hands, CO2 surgeries to release some of the scar tension and the inflammation that I had from some of the scars I developed. Um, which I then met um, other burn patients, other people that have really influenced the way that I live my life now. I met Joshua, Blake, and Bo, and numerous other burn patients. But those three gentlemen really set aside a lot of time in their lives to talk, to hang out, spending multiple lunch dates after their rehab. We would all go down to the cafeteria at Bamsey and hang out and really just talk. Uh, Through those guys, I really find inspiration in order to continue living. While in ICU, I did meet a gentleman by the name of David Ortega, which was a Marine at the time when I met him. He was burned overseas while he was working. I met him while I was in ICU, bedridden, and slightly being able to talk, but seeing him and his success story, and doing the same thing that I like to do or I love to do is fishing. He's actually a charter captain now here locally. Has his own boat. He's still going through multiple surgeries. Still dealing with the everyday issues of being burned and having scars and not being able to be in the sun. But through him, I found a motivation that if he's able to do it, then there's no reason that I shouldn't be able to do it. That I shouldn't be able to recover. That I shouldn't be able to inspire someone else. Uh, it was through him and other people, such as nurses, rehab, everyone that really in that whole BAMSI community, that whole BAMSI unit, that have really pushed me to continue living and have really given me the second chance at life. And that's really the inspiration behind this channel, is through no matter what you're going through, no matter what kind of incident or accident you've been in, that to never give up, to never quit on yourself, to never stop believing that you can come out of this, that you can have the life that you dream of, the life that you want. I was fortunate enough to have a humongous amount of support behind me. Prayers from complete strangers, people that I didn't even know, that I still don't know. People that reached out to my family in support. I'm eternally grateful. There's nothing I could say or ever do to thank you enough for the support you gave me and my family and everyone that was attached to me. I hope you enjoy the videos. I just want to show people that out there that there's no reason to give up. That if you believe in yourself and you strive and you work hard enough, you can come out of this on top. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. It's really an emotional topic to talk about. I get kind of flustered and kind of choked up on my words. But like I said, I hope you enjoy the channel, and I hope to meet anybody and everybody that had any kind of impact on my life. And I want to show you guys that I do appreciate the second chance, and I'm never going to take it for granted. I want to make every one of y'all proud and to show that your prayers and your thoughts did not go unheard. Thank you.